It is probably 8 o'clock, pretty close to 8, I think. And I naturally woke up. I think I fell asleep at 3, but I naturally woke up at 7:30. And I just checked my AA chargings, and obviously they were done. I just swapped it out, so I have a few hours. Hopefully it can charge a little bit. Most of them are, halfway. No, never mind. In between, I guess. But as I took out one of my Technical 6 from charging, I noticed that the band, I have a blue band here, it's missing. And it must have came off as I was taking off from my time code slate. Because, it's supposed to have something like this. This is the red one. I have a blue one in this. Everything, I'm losing everything, man. This is like, I feel like this is kind of common on sets. You just keep losing stuff on sets, or stuff breaks, and that's why you have backups. Obviously, this will still work. It doesn't have the blue band anymore. So I might order a new one or just switch colors. I think I still have more colors. But I need to pack everything up. I need to check out, and hopefully we finish today in good timings, which I doubt it. Okay, one thing I need to mention, that soldering job I did a few videos ago, looks like I didn't do good enough. I kind of predicted it though, because I didn't create a strain relief, and it happened, right? So it broke off one of the talent, and I'm actually glad it happened on this shoot rather than at a wedding, and then I discovered that the audio is bad. So I can still try to repair this, but I think I'm gonna just buy some new mics and just have backups. Probably not the Countryman's, because they're a little expensive. I'll probably get some cheaper mics and more affordable ones, just so I can kind of manage my expenses a little bit better. That wasn't the only hazard today. There's been a lot of things that happened. So I unscrewed the screw for the belt clip here on this transmitter from Lectrosonics. And if you ever unscrewed this before, this spring here, very strong. So it will just pop out once the screw is loose. And it popped out, and it fell into the grass, and I could not find it anymore. So I'm wondering if I can just buy a screw from the Electronics or a hardware store, because I don't need to actually replace this clip here, because I looked it up, and I think it's $50 just for this and a screw. And I'm I'll just have an extra part, so hopefully I can just find a screw that fits this. So one thing I'd like to mention, these electro units here that I have sitting on the side bag here, these aren't running through any other power source aside from the battery, and I think they last pretty good amount, I think 6 hours with 2 AA's, but I don't know, I think it changes all the time. It differs. And one thing I've learned today is it's kind of a hassle changing the battery. It's not insane hassle, but if you have no time, you try to rush it, you might struggle a little bit, and you might unplug one of the actually DC ports out of here. So I'm probably going to invest into an actual BDS system, and hopefully that will help me out immensely. So I 86 the charging. Some of it got full, but there's 6 left that isn't fully charged, but I know it won't charge within this time. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab some breakfast since I'm still up and I have a lot of time to kill. This diner is literally right across from the hotel. So I thought I'd give it a try because the grip guy said it's pretty good compared to Cracker Barrel, which is literally right there. That building right across this little hill here is Cracker Barrel, which is popular and there's a lot of people there. So let's give this diner a try. Alright, I have a lot of time to kill, so I'm just gonna talk a little bit. This project has taught me a few things. I manage way too much batteries. Like I'm forced to manage them. If I run the units that I'm running now, the SMV, they run out of batteries so quick. Like I have to manage it so much. Like I have to reset the time all the time. I can do it. Like my mindset, I'm able to multitask quite well, but I feel like others might not be able to. That's why I think audio is kind of a challenge for a lot of people. But but the challenge I have is way beyond what they'll be challenged on, because this is beyond just the microphone that requires phantom power. Like some people just can't understand why it requires phantom power. So, but that's not the speaking point today. I have to manage batteries so much, and after yesterday, the AA battery charger I had, it only charges 4 at a time, and these batteries, they take a long time to charge, at least 2 hours. If you're lucky. If it's drained all the way, definitely more. I don't know. I've never really sat down and tested how long it takes to charge these batteries. So I never know how much capacity they really have. Because it's nickel metal hydrides, so you never know how much power is really left, and you just have to know how much time you have left. My 9 volts, they are lithium, but you also don't really know how much charge they have left unless you're in the unit. Electrosonics, they do pretty good at recognizing how much battery is left in that unit, but when you're charging it, it still can take a long time. I showed this morning when the battery was still charging when I started it at 1:30 a.m. Still charging 6 hours later. So you just never know how long it's going to take. And for a long time, I've been wanting to make a portable battery charging kit. I have I have the plans and everything. I have what I need to buy and how to do everything. I just need to get it and create it. But I just never did it because the work I do, it was never required, and I don't get work like this at all, really, where I'm away from my house. Because when I'm at home, I can just drive home and just charge there, or when I would do work in the Springfield area, I just go home, just charge batteries there. And I don't need to manage this many characters as well. 8 characters was quite a bit, and I actually ran out of room. I needed another lav for 1 character. Probably it would have been a good idea. If I had my F3, I would have done it. Not my F3, my F2. If I had my F2, I would have done it, but it was back at the hotel in my camera bag, unfortunately. I would have just ran time code through Bluetooth or something, But I got the boom, so it's fine. We didn't really shoot wide on him, so it was fine. But that also brings up the fact of a lot of things that people don't think, which is backup. My mic broke yesterday, but I had other microphones for backup. I had batteries, my V mounts. I rented another V mount just in case, because I feel 2 might not be enough, but I haven't used the 3rd one yet, so that's good. But 2 is enough. If we don't go past maybe 20 hours, which no one should ever do. So our first location at the Fudge Factory is this bus here. We
go in the bus. I have no footage of actually being in the bus because it's so small. I wish I should have, but we're kind of working a little faster to try to get everything done today. So I just kind of did more work than anything else. But we had one quick scene here, and then that was basically it. So it was pretty quick. Then we moved on to the next location, which is at the parking lot area here. And we are looking at the door. So, pretty simple scene. Something happens, and the they talk to each other, whatever, dialogue scene, stuff like that. Simple scene. And the sun is pointing in my favor, thank goodness. So, I like that a lot. And I'm just kind of shooting a bunch of stuff as much as I can because I realized I didn't shoot a lot this whole uh, production week. Here's the slate, the tentacle slate that I rented out. There's my tentacle sink I attached onto there, and it's just attached to the TC in. And my little clamp that goes over the tentacle sink broke because I just squeezed it too hard one day. Here's the wireless monitor they're using. It's a small HD. It's pretty solid. It can view two inputs at once, so that's pretty good. So here is the scene that we're doing. I think we just finished the wide shot and we're going in closer. And we've been basically shooting two cameras most of the time just to kind of like get coverage. In my opinion, if you have two cameras, like just run it. I mean, like even if like the DP isn't looking at the second one, have the second cam up, just run it so you can have coverage instead of trying to like create coverage to speed things up. Just do it regardless. So, I mean, this does speed things up a little bit, and that's what we needed out of everything else. So it was okay. So here's our next setup. We are actually looking towards the parking lot now. So the sun is no longer in our favor, which it kind of sucks. But we kind of had to do it that way because, if we're looking both ways and the sun is on both ways, it doesn't make sense. So lighting wise, it doesn't make sense at all. So that's okay. I just scoop it, basically. There's a DP eating slash drinking coffee. No, I think it's noodles. They ate a bunch of noodles through the whole set, and that was like their survival food throughout the whole time there. Here we are. Here's another setup. We are looking towards the sun again in our favor once more. It is a tight shot for sure, so I can get in between. Here we are. It's nighttime now because I'm magical. I wasn't able to capture any BTS from the second location, which is technically the first location of our first day, because we went pretty quick there. We just wanted to get it done and come in real quick. We are in a car again, so I have a bunch of inputs, and it was kind of a nightmare. I didn't have much time to really make sure it sounded good, but I was able to at least hide some mics instead of just lob the four characters in there. But this is nighttime now, and the shop is closed, but there are still cars here. I think most of these cars are, ours and the owners. And there's the car. That is the infiltration car, I'm going to call it. And I gave my headphones to the director to listen because you can't hear anything out here, and I wanted him to like do his job. I just had him listen to the center stuff so he can hear all of them instead of like me listening to it because I knew it was gonna sound the way it's gonna sound already. So I just had him listen to it. And here is our actual final location. I didn't get a lot of BTS here because at this point I was super tired, and this is all I got here. But yeah, that's a wrap. It is the next day now. Yesterday we finished at around 1 a.m. I probably didn't leave until around that time, actually, maybe like 1:15 or something. And I transferred the footage to them, the audio recordings to them, and then I just went straight home. I came here. I checked out the hotel yesterday as well because that was the day to check out, and I think no matter what, I was gonna come back because I have things to do today. I have to go to work. It's never ending. So I got home at 3 a.m. and I literally didn't do anything. I usually, like, when I get home, I would transfer footage, right? But then, knowing that they have the footage and it's in my SD cards, I was like, I need to sleep. So I went to sleep. And obviously, for some reason, I woke up at 7 a.m. So I backed up all the footage, and I'm about to back up all the BTS stuff as well, and create these videos for you guys. But it's been a great experience. The crew has been great. They are definitely passionate in this work, and I'm glad to see that. They definitely know what they're doing. I'm glad to see that. And it's great. Like, you know, I'm usually on sets where I have to teach people, and I didn't have to do that again today, you know. If I did, it was like minuscule because they don't really do that portion of it, and they don't know, which, you know, it's not a problem. But it was fun, you know, like, I met new people, which is great. And I think I mentioned already, but they are based in Utah, and I spoke to the director during lunch, and he said that Utah has a lot of opportunities for filmmakers, and they really like my work, and they said they're always looking for like solid sound people like in that area, and that might be an option. I don't know. We'll see. I need to decide on something when I graduate, because you know, the market here is a little different. So, but that's maybe for another video, or not a video at all, really. But I'm back home. I have space again. I have a chair to sit on that's comfortable. And I still have stuff to do, though. It's never-ending work, honestly, for us filmmakers. I need to return my gear today. Probably extend some of them, because the next production is going to happen in a few days. This one's a free one. It's one of the graduate cohorts, so I'll make a video for that. So with that said, I'll see you guys in that video.